And welcome here to what is a beautiful Friday night lights at Nth Adelaide Lacrosse Club. The lights are beaming down as they were last year when we had our first Friday night live game here, and the weather's about 12 or 13 degrees, not a breeze in the sky, and I'm joined by the wonderful Mr. Linton Arscott. Linton, welcome to Friday Night Lights.
Tony, welcome. What a great night again. Two Friday nights in a row.
Perfect, isn't it? After Glenelg last week, which you always expect to be a little bit cool down there, but no breeze. And here tonight, we've got much the same. So there's not a, well, we can't see a cloud in the sky at the moment, but
a little bit fresher than Glenelg, though, I think.
It's a little bit fresher than Glenelg, but we've got our, well, I've got my beanie on.
Yeah, well,
and,
I'm good.
And you're
I'm rugged up. Yeah.
So we've got two teams out here this evening for the first game. We've got the Woodville Warriors Lacrosse Club versus the Burnside Bears Lacrosse Club in the Women's State League. And the Woodville girls, obviously, at the moment are sitting 1 win, 1 loss and 2 draws. Any thoughts about the draws in female lacrosse, Lip?
Yeah, I don't like any sport where you play for a draw, mate. So that's just my opinion. But, you know, in the long run, sometimes they can help, you know, come finals time as well, because you get that half point, you know, to make the finals. But yeah, I think you play sport to win. Absolutely
do, and obviously as you go up the grades, there's always a golden goal situation. So what better place to practice it than where we start our young players and players coming up through those national and international ranks, that we should be starting to do it here. But anyway, I'm sure that will change at some point. And obviously Burnside girls, they've had 1 win and they've got 3 losses, and they are just warming up in front of us here. How do you think both teams will go tonight?
Yeah, it's interesting because Woodville was started off slow after playing in the grand final last year. I thought they would have come out with a little bit more hunger, especially with the Anzac Day matchup when they had Brighton there for the last couple of minutes of the game and it ended up a draw. I think they would have been disappointed with that. And then last week they were 4 or 5 goals down and just snuck in to get a draw against Woody as well. So they're not travelling that well like they'd like to at the moment. So it should be an interesting game.
Yeah, so you have plenty of inconsistency then, what you're saying at the moment. They seem to be playing sort of 2 quarters.
Two quarters, yeah.
I mean, that first game that we saw that ended up a draw on Anzac Day. And it would have been, again, I'll reiterate, it would have been a great game to have a result in. But, yeah, they obviously not playing 4 quarters of lacrosse. How's a team like Burnside in? Because if you're only playing 2 quarters of lacrosse in the women's game, very hard to defend. If you can get on a bit of a roll, we could see some upsets going on throughout the year.
Yep, so, and I think that's what's going to happen in the women's competition. I think it's a little bit more even than what people think at the moment as well. So.
As our umpires for this evening just walk out onto the ground, and there's some experience out there, Lip.
Yeah.
So we've got Nikki and Tam.
Tam and
I'm just looking.
Tamron.
Yeah, Tamron's umpiring her first league game tonight.
Beautiful.
So
she's done a few nationals at junior level, so
absolutely has.
Yeah, should be all right.
So should be fine, and she's obviously, in speaking yesterday, I was down at LSA and they said that she'd got the job tonight. So she looks like she's might be a little cool out there at the moment.
I think they got to go for a run, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do plenty of that throughout the night, as we see the ladies just throwing some balls out and having their last minute addresses here. And so we're just experiencing a little bit of delay on our internet connection, but I'm sure that will warm up just as we will throughout the night.
Oh, and I'm sure the game will get hot too in a few minutes as well.
I'm sure, as always, those games come very quickly sometimes in those first openings, and if a couple of goals go against you, you're always willing to fight back.
Yeah.
As we see the Bears running out onto the field here, and the teams tonight for Woodville, we've got Winnan, Fisher, Tanner, Brown, Parker, Jazz Brown, Maroney, Plouffe, Parker, Olivia Parker, Somerton, Butterfield, Bishop, Gurin, and in the cage there is Ryan. And for Burnside, we have Sophie Marshall, Willsmore, Kate Green, Beck Green in the cage for Burnside. Slow Kels, Millie Wilkin, Smithy, Naomi Lowe, Nicole Keesing, and Jackie Manning coming into the side.
I reckon this is Jackie's second game. I think she played another one earlier.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I must have missed that one. Yeah. Round one?
Round one, yeah.
Okay. So
I know she's out playing footy, so she's
probably pretty fit then, we'd say.
Well, you should be, yeah.
Yeah. Football fitness and lacrosse fitness sometimes differs a little.
Yes.
And we'd like to a big shout out to our sponsors. We've got Living Choice, who do a great job with the sponsorship, and obviously traditional car parts garages are on board as well. So we will hear plenty from our sponsors throughout the night, and I'm sure they are glad to be a part of LSA TV. Just as we are glad to be able to bring you live and free lacrosse here in South Australia, starting with the Women's State League game for the first game. And then coming later on tonight, we've got the Burnside Bears up against North Adelaide, which will be an interesting game as well in the men's. But right now, on to the women's. And
Winnan and Smith in the centre draw.
And we'll be lucky enough to have Luke Keesing mic'd up in the men's game.
Should be some interesting feedback.
We're actually going to be able to have a chat to him, so.
Ask him what that call was for.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you pull that one from? As the first whistle sounds.
To Olivia Parker.
Parker getting that one out of the centre from Winnan. And Winnan just kicking it down the back there. And she's got Tara down the back.
She doesn't want her sister.
Doesn't want to use Tara.
No, she
okay.
goes to the speeds to Ellie Bishop up top.
And Ellie was good in that first game of the year on Anzac Day. Certainly really did cause a lot of headaches, just as that little inside turn. Good stick there from Piltz. And Kelsey's off to the races. She can run.
I think Kelsey will be doing a lot of running tonight in this Burnside team.
So she's wearing number 8 this evening, Kelsey. As she just keeps going. Still has the ball. And Burnside just setting it up.
Off to Slow. Into Smitty.
And as the ball kicks down there from Kate Green, just down to the back, and Burnside go about their work. An inherent catch just down the back there from Soph, but obviously just getting used to the lights at the moment as she comes around the cage and bang. There's number 1 for Burnside. And Sophie Marshall just getting on the board early, and really good drive.
That was a good drive, yeah. They gave space to her, though. They got out of her way and let her take her player one-on-one. Because Sophie's pretty experienced left-hander as well, and left-hander in women's, it's like men's game, are pretty important and very handy to have in your team.
Yeah, so you can see Sophie there just drop the ball, but that would have just been getting used to these lights, and bang, pop that one over Mel Ryan's head, and she doesn't want to be seeing shots from there all night.
No. It's a bit close to Mel. I think she'd be telling the defence to push out and get on there and help out.
So good legs there on the first goal, and we had a good turnover down here from Kelsey, who took the ball down into offence, got it down the back, and off Soph went. And she's on the board for the first, and here we go again.
Slow.
So Slow with the ball here, bringing it down. And if you're on the Facebook or through YouTube, like and share us, and the more people that know about this great game. There's another shot's had there, straight into the defender. Get on and give us a like, give us a shout out, send us some messages throughout the night.
Ellie Bishop with her legs running that ball down again, using the speed.
So really good there from Millie Wilkin. You're not going to outrun Millie Wilkin either,
no,
just quietly.
Should be a good contest.
Got a little.
Running each other.
I was going to say maybe we should have a 100-metre sprint at quarter time and just.
Belle Fisher kicking on to Olivia at top. So Ellie gets
good
through.
Inside cut. That's a great inside cut. You got to
get through.
Got to almost reward that, don't you?
Yeah. Nice
that was
defense.
A really, really good.
Nice defense by Smitty on Olivia then. So we've got Tara behind.
Tara coming around the side here. Looks inside.
Nice.
That's a great feed. Bang. Oh, she had some feeling with that shot, Belle. And she's popped that top shelf and a really good look inside. And Belle Fisher gets off as we see the replay here, our Living Choice replay. That's the one that Olivia...
Great cut by Jazz.
Really, really good there. But obviously they were setting up something, so comes around the back corner here, and that's a great little cut here from Bell. Look at that, and top shelf. She had some feeling on that shot, didn't she?
Yep.
Plenty of heat in that, and we got a 1-all game here.
That's one thing you won't get out of Belle Fisher. She won't try to place the ball. She'll put the ball through you.
Well, given it's cooling down a little bit, you could almost see some heat coming off that shot.
That's one thing. She's got a bit of fire.
So 1-all here in the start of the first term at Friday night live at Nth Adelaide Lacrosse Club for LSA TV. Oh, she's going to the cage.
Yeah.
There's no one able to crash on her. Good save there from Ryan, but you got to do better than that with the defense. You don't want her running in an open cage. Someone had to crash across then, and wasn't to be. Had an easy shot, but good save there from Ryan.
Yeah, Mel loves them down low. So she's all over those ones down low. She'll be hoping they shoot there all night.
So Burnside with the ball down the back here, and as I said before, just before we before the goals interrupted our bit of a spiel, as we see here coming down the side.
Slow.
Oh, dropped the hands low, and maybe that's why it's called slow.
Yes.
Hey, but dropped the hands, and that one's just out the back too, and that come off the bar. So I've got to give that to save to the goalie.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're on our social medias, send us a like. We're at about 1250 at the moment, so we'd like to get to that 1500 before the next couple of weeks. Nothing like a bit of self-gratification, patting ourselves on the back. So if you're on live, and don't forget, we are on YouTube. Subscribe to the LSA YouTube channel, and you can watch it on your smart TV in 75 inches or bigger, depending on how big you've got. And
bigger the better.
What better in high definition as well through the YouTube channel.
Oh.
Just steps inside. That's a better crash there from the
Charlotte,
Warriors.
Yeah, good double team there. That was good.
Really interesting game in this first little bit. Both teams having plenty of opportunities, and certainly not a stand.
Good knockdown by Butterfield.
Oh, Amy, just all over it, eating it up, but got done for push. That was a really good knockdown.
Yeah.
So Amy with a interception there almost, but Burnside will still continue with the ball. We've got Wilkin here. She's quick.
She'll use her legs.
She'll get round, and just good defense there, just running her down the line.
Yeah. Back to Sophie.
Soph on the left.
Nice D by Jazz Brown.
Already has one for the evening, Soph. And maybe those lights are just playing a little bit of havoc at the moment, because as the ball steps here, good inside step, good. Big swipe.
A big swipe by Butterfield.
Big swipe from Butterfield. She was certainly giving her all to get that ball back, but that's the way Amy plays.
Oh, Amy, yeah. You gotta love the way that Amy plays. She loves that ball, that's for sure.
Yep.
And she'll do anything to get it.
Very aggressive, and I remember hearing. I think Cody was down.
Oh, Millie
Oh,
Wilkins.
bang! That one's in the back of the net for Millie Wilkins, and that speed's done it down the outside there.
Yeah.
So Millie gets on the board for her second, and that's Burnside 2, Woodville 1. You can see here that pace.
The Jets.
And the second crash there, or the slide, just didn't get onto her and allowed her good pace there from Millie Wilkin, and she's on the board early. So 2-1 here to Burnside, and they'd be pretty happy with this start so far.
Yeah, they would be. So Woodville got to lift the intensity a little bit. And someone's got to run with Millie Wilkins, that's for sure. Well, she's going to...
Is there anyone that can run with Millie Wilkin?
Well, only Ellie, but then you're going to waste Ellie playing defence.
Yeah.
You know?
And Ellie up the other end is...
just as dangerous. Second cut, I think.
Yeah, so Millie Wilkin, we were just discussing off the side there.
Charlotte won it with the ball.
Millie Wilkin almost made it. You can't give her space like that either, but that'll be freak space. So Charlotte will come out to the back here, and Kelsey doing her best to just try and stop her. But there's an opportunity here. Really wants to get on this right-hand pipe here, the goalie, because there's plenty of. Just sucked her in, didn't it? And there we go, Kelsey off to the races against Parker. Pilts, Parker.
Oh, nice dodge by...
Change to the left there. Oh, that's a good check.
Not.
And that's a plenty of feeling being shown here, and I think that was just an inherent foot caught up with there. but down Kelsey went. And she will get the ball. As you see, Megan Smith just popped down ahead of her. And Kelsey obviously running the ball down last time. And last time they did that, they got it down to Marshall. And Marshall drove to the left-hand corner and scored. So
Smitty with the ball. Oh, nice drive.
Oh, little alley-oop there. No goal.
Push.
So we've got a push there.
Yep.
And Megan just doing the whole, I'm just going to...
Is that a push on Lily Tanner?
Yep. So setting up here is Megan. Megan popping that one away though. She did get the ball on the back of the net, but obviously it had been held up before then. And we're going to have a 3-second call.
Yep.
So this gives Burnside an opportunity with, again, Millie sitting just there.
Oh,
but,
nice cut.
Good
nice
inside
cut.
cut. Bang. That's top shelf. And thank you very much. That is a really good...
Sophie Mollick, or was that Smitty?
No. So we're going to the replay here because it's down the other end from where we are. And on our Living Choice replay, you will see that. I think that was Nicole, wasn't it? Oh, no, hang on. That was Kate Green. Kate Green. Okay, I'm putting it to Kate Green. Sorry, it's down the other end of the field, so apologies for our bit of interruption there on our commentary. But great, what we will say is a great inside cut and really good feed. And Burnside see themselves 3-1 up about halfway through this first term. And ball just turned over there, so we're going to have a push.
Bianca Parker with the ball. For Carly Summerton. It's back up there by Imogen Brown. Imogen Brown controlling the ball. Off to Tara Gurren. We're looking for Charlotte winning here for a crank, I reckon.
Charlotte going to crank and just popping it to the side. So obviously the Burnside girls wearing armbands for Fletty.
Fletty.
Yep.
The stalwart of the club.
Yeah.
Burnside. Been around a long, long time. Playing and coaching.
Yes.
Good job, guys. That's all. Good job. Person with the ball, first preference. Kelsey, always person with the ball, first preference. Pull someone in.
As the, sorry there, our comms just dropped out for a second. I think I pressed the button I shouldn't have, Marty, but that's all right. Don't let me touch it. So we have Woodville out of the centre. Obviously back to a 3-2 game here with about 4 and a bit minutes to go. Charlotte's looking like she wants to get going. She's waiting for that whistle, looking at Tam. And Tam's going, what's she looking at me for? So Charlotte kicks it over. Kicks it down there to Tara. So back over to Charlotte. Kicks it up to Liv. Liv likes what she sees. Oh, good cut inside again. Good knock down there from Smith. And Kelsey Pilt's doing a power of work in this defence, and that one's just come off the stick. But really good effort there from Kelsey.
Actually, it's interesting. It's interesting every time that Burnside and Woodville play that Smithy and Olivia always have good tussles against each other.
They do. So, and we just got confirmation on that last Burnside goal. That was Jackie Manning scoring that one. As Tara just goes about her business and tries to get in. And with Charlotte getting the last one on the board, I'm sure she wouldn't mind getting another one on. She kicks it up here to Ellie. Kicks it back to Charlotte. Charlotte over to Tara. And Charlotte says, I'll have it back then if no one wants it. She's going about their work. Oh, she likes that drive. Good inside drive. Oh, over the top. And that will retain a Woodville ball. As Tara just pops down the back there to get it. And North obviously with the netting up this evening, which is really good. Because often we chase a lot of balls that way.
And I think the Housen might be complaining
Maybe. Although they've probably had it for 60 or 80 years, so they probably should be used to it now, unless there's obviously they've sold a house back down the back there, and maybe some grumpies. So here we go. Tara with the ball. She's got pace on too. Looks inside. Gives a good inside step, and flag was up for a push, but advantage was played, and Tara with her first of the night, and it evens it up at 3 goals apiece.
That was a good drive by Tara.
There we go on the Living Choice instant replay there. You can just see Tara, good head of steam coming from X there.
Tucked it in really well though.
Got it inside.
Got double teamed, tucked it in beautiful, and just rolled around and scored. Beautiful shot by Tara.
So yes, just getting a little bit more information on, and obviously the Burnside girls are wearing a black armband for club member past and present. David Flett at the age of 58. David obviously is the younger brother of club life member and stalwart Rob Flett. So and obviously Fletty over in America as well. So the whole family, obviously I was a Burn for a long time. And, you know, we wish our Burnside compatriots, you know, all the best with dealing with the loss of a loved one. So as Woodville get the ball back. So yeah, our best wishes from the whole lacrosse community, and LSA TV go out to the Flett family. Ball kicks inside, and but Woodville will get the ball back here as 2 players on, and just inside. Oh, that's a good stick. As the clock winds down there for the end of the first quarter. And what a really interesting first quarter that was. 3 goals apiece.
Tracking start by Burnside, got on top earlier, and then Woodville got a couple of late goals to bring it back to 3-all. So it's a very good contest at the moment.
And both goalies going about their work. Obviously Mel having a couple of 2 saves in that quarter with a 3-goal quarter, and Beck Green having 1 down here as well. So.
Yeah. And I think that one with Beck, she sort of left the cage open a little bit for
she baited her, shall we say. She will be good to go fishing as we just go to some ads from our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious 1-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton.
And we are back here live, as I just touched it again, Marty. I'm making everything loud here tonight. And that's what we should be on a Friday night. Should be loud and live.
Loud and live.
Loud, light and free.
Loud, light and under lights.
Loud, light and under lights. And a big thank you too to Michael Hood, who's doing our camera work and doing a fantastic job of it this evening. He's up there. Hopefully he's got some gloves on. Not yet. But
probably got a bottle of red or a glass of red now, Michael, as well, up there with him.
I would actually be using. I was going to say, I'm thinking a cheese platter and a glass of red up there. Mike's on the back of Lukey's ute with the camera where we set up, and I think a cheese platter and a glass of red would be perfect doing that job tonight. So, Mike, big shout out to you, mate, up there. As we're waiting for the umpires with 1 minute to go. So the girls came out keen. They're looking after us.
Oh, beautiful.
So there we go. We have some power in the game.
So we don't get a wind-up for a change.
We don't get a wind-up. So, yeah, obviously the break is a minute longer. 2 minutes longer, just so we can get our major sponsors in. And thank you for that happening because...
Geez, AFL standard, I like it.
Yeah, got to think big, be big, Lip.
Yeah, that's it. Move over AFL.
Move over AF something. Yep, LAX is coming.
That's it. So we've got Olivia Parker and Smitty in the middle.
They've gone about their battle for most of the night, and that'll be illegal there, deemed by Megan. So Olivia will take the ball here. Obviously, if you're just joining the live and free telecast on LSA TV, it is 3-3 here just at the start of the second quarter. And if you're on Facebook, on YouTube, send us a shout out, send us a like, and we will try to get to as many comments as we can and give you a shout out back. And I wonder whether our one of our favourites, Sammy Hissey, he's always on Friday Night Lives and any other one. So, Sammy, I'm waiting to see your shout out, mate. It's I'm sure it's coming. Although he could be Danny live tonight, but that doesn't mean he won't be watching us on this live coverage as Winnan gets in and just cops
yellow card, I would imagine here.
No, just touching the bubble. That looked like it actually got.
It's just a brush.
Yes, I was going to say I don't. Wish I did. I'm glad I don't have any hair because if I got a brush like that, Liv, I'd think about it. As Charlotte gets her second of the game and first of the second quarter to give the Warriors a 1-0 lead here. And you can see on the Living Choice instant replay, again, just trying to bait her, but she's once bitten, twice shy, and she doesn't get shy.
I think they're going to need 2 or 3 people trying to stop Charlotte driving through the middle. Once she gets driving, it's all steam ahead.
And back to the centre here.
Olivia Parker and Smitty going for it again. This time, Olivia with the long stretch in their arms outreaches Megan for the ball.
As Olivia brings the ball down, Charlotte. Oh, she doesn't mind going through traffic. Olivia's much the same, and they're starting to a good save down low. And that's Beck's second of the game, and a good one after that goal came in. There's a little bit of smoke around the place here. There is.
Got a couple of house fires going, I reckon.
And you would tonight, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Sitting at home watching live lacrosse on the LSA TV. And as we've just been given, we like bribes. The new Warrior Ale. Look at this. We love bribes here on LSA TV, and Big Shed, obviously the Warriors have got their own ale out, so I'm going to give a big shout out because free beer is free beer, as Malcolm Muxlow's just over there. G'day, Mal. No, that's not, Malcolm. Sorry, I'm looking in the lights. Yes, as ball down the back here, but yeah, Warrior Ale. That'll get cold out here tonight, won't it? Yeah, look, if Big Shed Brewing wants to come on board with the LSA as well, TV, we'd be more than happy to have them aboard for these cold Friday nights. As the ball, back to the lacrosse, the ball just back in Woodville's hands.
Off to Jazz Brown, off to Ellie Bishop's going to go for a bit of a run here. No, kicks it back to Tara.
So
Charlotte and Tara just played the hidden ball trick there.
I like it. Nothing like a good hidden ball trick.
So Olivia's got the drive here.
Back in the day, it used to be done a lot.
You pulled the ball out of your pocket, didn't you?
Well, I did have long enough pockets. And yeah, actually, I remember.
The old hidden ball trick.
Good inside there to another big save there. As the ball ends up in the back of the net. And I believe that's Charlotte with that one.
Yep.
We'll go to the Living Choice replay here. So Olivia steps in. Sorry. No. Olivia. It was Olivia. Sorry, Oliv, we're giving all your goals to Charlotte, and we're not going to do that because that's your first of the evening. So Olivia Parker on the board here.
5-3. Woodville kicked away by 2.
Just a couple, and a couple of big saves from Beck Green too. So, yeah, we're got a game on our hands. Obviously, 3-all at the start of the first quarter, and now we're back to a 2-0 lead, a 2-0 start of the second here. So Burnside will want to get the ball in their stick. On cue, Slow gets it under plenty of pressure. And looks across there, kicks it to Megan. Megan's got pressure coming up from behind. That's Tara. Steps forward. Oh, Millie Wilkin, if she can get her motors on from here. And a good work there from Amy Butterfield. Just keeping her out. Good cut there from Kelsey Piltz. And the ball is down the back. As Kelsey with the ball up the top here. Just looking at her options. And Ellie looking for Marshall, but she's going to try and drive on the left-hand side here. Someone's going to have to pop. Oh, that actually nearly came off to Sophie, but just pumped the crease a little bit hard there. And the ball will come out. A great outlet from Mel Ryan to Amy Butterfield. And Amy Butterfield's off to the races. The one thing I will say...
Oh, she's going...
Left and right, left and right. I know Amy...
going to the cage then.
And we're going to have some... the ball has been held up here. Yeah, Amy, when she goes towards the cage, I see those angry eyes. I don't think I'd like to be a goalie.
Well, she doesn't mind a shot.
No, I don't think I'd like to be a goalie, because I remember commentating one day and watching, and we were fairly close to the action, and I saw the eyes, and it was just like the white of the eyes roll back. And if you're a goalie, seeing that coming with a little bit of vigour, yeah, it's enough to put you off. So kicks it up to Parker, and we've got a 3-second call here.
On Kate Green.
But actually it's funny, because obviously Cody did sit in the cage the other day against Amy, and she wanted to have some shots, and I think Cody after that went no more. So ball is saved there again from Beck Green, third save of the quarter. And still a 2-0 second quarter here in the way of the Woodville Warriors, as Burnside start to clear the ball here. And that's going to be a turnover on the outer side. Good pressure down there from Imogen.
Sister didn't want to help her out.
Steps inside, and there's another one from Olivia Parker. The legs are moving, and in the blink of an eye, it's doubled the lead.
6-3. It's Olivia Parker's second for the quarter.
Olivia and second for the game, so she's got all her goals in this quarter. And out to a 6-3 lead here, and you just saw the replay there on the Living Choice. And ball coming back into the middle here.
Charlotte in the middle this time. Olivia's having a bit of a rest after her 2 goals.
Ball flicks at the back. Ball to be won on the deck.
Tanner.
And no possession was called there. As the ball kicks down the back here now. Over to Tara, up to Charlotte. Charlotte over to Liv.
It's a Belle Fisher.
Bell, they're creating space behind her. Looks in left. Good work there defensively from Gnomes. Gnome is all over her. She's that was good defense though. Did not allowing her a goal, and
she just in the stick just dangling that little bit. And he just wanted to give her a little whack.
And obviously played a lot of lacrosse, Gnome.
Yep.
And that one's
Tink.
Has that come off the bar, off the top crossbar? There's another save. That was up high, and that one's gone rinka-tinka-tink. And just about hit the North Adelaide boys, who again are out here really early, warming up. They've obviously had a bit of a chat, and they're just into the start of the second quarter. They're all sort of walking over to get their sticks out and have a bit of a throw. As we see Tara come around the back. Liv, she's already got 2 this quarter, looking for a third. And there is number 3 for Liv Parker. And she's certainly come to play in this second term. As you see here on the Living Choice LSA TV replay, Liv just one step, two step, and that second defender, I think that was Kelsey.
From Kelsey didn't help out quick enough there to get that.
Just didn't get that early slide. So the Woodville Warriors overscoring Burnside
4-0 this quarter
as a whole. And a couple of shout-outs here while we're in. Kath Connolly made it to Baltimore, lads. Woohoo. So big shout-out to you, Kath. Woohoo, Millie. Donna Wood says, speak up, Lippy.
Oh, sorry, Donna.
Because Donna... Yeah, see what I do? I might have turned him... No, I didn't turn him down. I want to hear as much of Lippy as I possibly can.
It turned me off again, Donna.
Thomas Riley says, shout out to USW Lacrosse Club. So big shout out for you, Tom. And Rebecca Halloran says, great D, Noam. And yes, it was. Noam doing a great job down there in defence. And Burnside would love to get one on the board here. As
nice look.
Oh, looks inside. Good take. And that one's a good knockdown there as well. And a big shout out to as Woodville just look to build their offensive set as you would with the traditional carports and home. They will look after you immensely with all your needs for home improvements. So get on to traditional vc.com.au and they will certainly look after all of your needs. So we've got, well, Kath's over in Baltimore. So there we go. Well, if anyone can beat Kath, beat in Baltimore, send us a shout out live on LSA TV. And, as Winnan gets in on her left.
That's her second for the quarter.
And that's a hat trick for the game now too. So Liv and Charlotte both with 3 for the game. And
5-0 quarter. It's starting to get a little bit
ugly. And a couple of others. Drew Cooper watching. Shout out to you, Drew. Daniel Elston as well, watching on LSA TV. So shout out to you all. Keep sending those messages through. We'll try to get to as many of them as we can.
And we've got Olivia Parker and Megan Smith back in the middle again. I don't think Megan Smith's been out in the middle.
Has taken everyone so far. Done a good job in there. Liv and Charlotte obviously swapping that around.
Trying to wear Megan out, I think.
Well, they'll do a good job of it. And good take there from Ellie Bishop.
She's off. And
there's the pace we saw in number 1. And that's come off the... That's all clear.
Goal.
That one came off the back bar in the centre. And that was Ellie Bishop with her first of the evening. And Lip 6-0 start of this second quarter as we see the Living Choice replay here. And just missed it, but yeah, that one definitely came off the inside of the middle of the goal. And bounced back out.
You knew she was going to the races then. She had her runners on and she was gone. Catch me if you can.
She's trying to catch up to Charlotte and Liv with getting goals on the board. And Burnside will want it here. Millie Wilkin with the ball. Oh, good pace. Just immense pace that she does have. Kicks it down there to Kate Green.
To Sophie. Wants to get on the left side, I think.
Sophie's good on the left. Huh?
Oh. Sophie Mollo.
Sophie Mollo.
Marshall.
Yeah, I was going to say, back in the day it might have been Molyneux, but I know her as Marshall. But that's her second of the game. And Sophie Marshall has her first of the quarter. And again, another big drive on the left-hand side there. As
the actual defence came off the corner and just left it wide open for us.
Cannot leave Sophie coming around on the left-hand side, can you?
Especially when she started on the right-hand side and she knew, I've got to get to this left side because it was open. And 46 seconds to go the quarter. Can Burnside get another quick one?
that flicked out to Liv. Liv will have other ideas here. She's got Charlotte on her right-hand side and plenty of run coming. As
slows it down.
Not much time to go, about 30 seconds to go in this second quarter, and it's been all Woodville for the second quarter. And Burnside will run a stop as we speak. They would want to stop a goal before the halftime break, but Charlotte says not on my watch and just pops one over the top there and gets her fourth of the game and third of the quarter.
10-4, good buddy.
That very quickly on our living choice replay.
Nice
you just see the back
cut.
door there, and not much Megan Smith can do. Head was down, but not much you can do with that one, is there?
Beautiful cut and feed.
And shout out here to Bronwyn Starkey. Great work, Warrior ladies. And she says they're brilliant. Shah as well. So good to see Bron on the live feed. Big shout out to you tonight. And Daniel Elston says, "G'day, Tony. Great call so far, mate." Well, keep listening because I'm sure we're only warming up here, Lip, aren't we? It's always
not even half time yet.
Always
Charlotte winning with a one-hander out of the middle.
So here we go. There's a look. Steps down. Backhander. The old backhand shovel almost. That is
Belle Fisher.
That is going to count. Belle Fisher getting one right on the death knell of the last, as we see here on the living choice replay, just turns around, the little backhand flick.
She was happy with that as well.
I'd be very happy with that too. That was one of my favourite shots, I think. Just coming down the, well, it was my only one, but then you have to be close enough so that you can't miss the cage from there. And we've got someone that you are here, Nathan Arscott, mate, watching. He must be just trying to get some tips off his old man for later in life. Nath, big shout out to you, mate. Obviously sitting in the comfort of your warm wherever you are.
With the puppy dog, I gather, with a new little baby that he's got.
I did. That's a quick stick and a half. That hasn't missed the cage by too much, you know. And now Tam's not real happy. She's going to have to go and collect it. So Tam just goes about her work. It's good to see her in her first A-grade game, and that's teaching her what it's all about now. She just trottles past us to go and pick that ball up. The ball got flicked out of the middle. And
so we've got 11-4 half-time.
And that's a big quarter there, isn't it?
8 goal to 1.
8 to 1 quarter. So we might have a bit of a look at a few of the replays here on Living Choice LSA TV. And you can see here Charlotte Winham just getting on the board there. And tried to bait her again there, Beck, but too good that time. Charlotte gets her, that was her first of the quarter. And as you can see, the North Adelaide boys just out there warming up. You can see this one here, that was Olivia Parker just bursting through the middle on that one, and not much that could have done there, the keeper for Burnside. But obviously this was late into the quarter, and little one over the top. And yeah, not much you can do when people are running at that pace in women's lacrosse.
So it's just like a little dunk over the top of the goalie's head.
And you see here Tara giving it up to Liv, and Liv busting through two. That was not deja vu. That was actually a the similar goal that she got just before that. And we see here at an 11-4 game, and it's certainly blowing out as Charlotte just went about her work there on her left. And so goal scorers for this evening so far. And Lip, you want to go through them?
Yep, for Woodville, Charlotte Winham with 4, 3 goals in that second quarter. Belle Fisher with 2, 1 in the second. Olivia Parker with 3, all in the second quarter. Ellie Bishop with 1, Tara Gurin with 1, so that's 11. And for Burnside, Sophie Marshall with 2, and Millie Wilkins with 1, and Jackie Manning with 1.
So we 11-4 here, and we're just going to cross to our sponsors to hear a quick message from them.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
And discover the new standard in retirement living.
As the half-time break comes to an end here for this Women's State League game on Friday night live on LSA TV, brought to you by Living Choice and Traditional Verandas Carports Roofing and Guttering. We have an 11-4 game here, Lip, and what do we need to see in this second half from Burnside?
Well, if Burnside are going to get back in this game, they've got to control it in the centre. Olivia and Charlotte are just killing it in centre at the moment, so Burnside are just got to get back and winning the ball and getting some possession.
As the combatants line up in the middle again, we got Winnan in there, and Burnside haven't made a change in the centre. Doing a great job there, Megan.
Oh, she had a rest half time. She's right.
Well, true. Keep her running.
Yeah.
So back to live action here at the beautiful Nth Adelaide Lacrosse Club, and another big shout out to Big Shed and the Warrior Lacrosse Club for just dropping off a little bit of sustenance. As the night gets colder, so will the Warrior beer.
Yeah.
And if you're ever down by the Woodville Lacrosse Club or you're in there, let's
try the Warrior Ale.
Try the Warrior Ale made by Big Shed. And if we say Big Shed often enough, maybe they'll come on board and sponsor the LSA TV. Yeah. So here we go. Ball to be won on the ground here. And it is a Warriors ball.
With Bishop to Fisher.
And Fisher with the ball. Charlotte looking very keen to get on the board here early in the third term. As Tara with the ball.
To Imogen Brown.
And Liv, who lit up the second quarter with 3 second quarter goals.
There we go. Ellie's going to use her legs here, I think. All right. She's going to make a liar of me.
And there's that little backdoor cut that's happened a couple of times. Good work there from Charlotte. They've just crashed into the middle here.
Back to Parker here.
So there's space on the
Olivia.
back there. Oh, good knockdown and slow with the ground ball here. Kicks it up. Finds Willsmore. No, that is Pilts. Sorry.
That's a good knockdown by Nicole Keesing.
So this is what we saw in the first quarter with Pilts with the ball, kicking it down the back, and
went to Sophie and it was a goal.
Gave it to Sophie to goal, but Burnside
just controlling it, slowing it down a little bit. I think they've got to play their game.
And that's probably because Soph wasn't back there, and you can't see deja vu if it's not in the same place.
Yep, and guess what?
And
Soph's got the ball.
We're going to have a 3-second call here.
Oh no, it's a turnover. She went in the circle.
No, definitely 3-second call. So, Marshall with the ball here. Definite 3-second call. Kicks up to slow. Lines. Oh, could have let that one go. That was in certainly a big save there from Ryan. And that's a good start for her in this third term. And in her face is Marshall. And what's the rule with checking the goal in the women's game?
Can't check a goal.
So, there you go. Just getting some clarification
so
for
Fisher
our viewers.
On the way down with the ball. Just slowed down by Naomi.
Naomi going, you want to come past here? I've got a little bit of this for you.
So now we've got the two speedsters on each other, Wilkins and Bishop.
Again, we'd like to see that race. Naomi, who's been defending really well tonight. Shot had there. That one's gone past the right-hand side of the cage. But no drama there as the Warriors have the backup.
With Olivia Parker.
And they will bring the ball back into offense. So just going about their work here to get the ball back. Liv went down and got it.
Off to Emmy. To Charlotte. So the Warriors are stacking up really, really high here, giving themselves a lot of room. Playing real wide. So you imagine there's going to be a drive come from the bottom corner here since they've got up so high for the cutters.
And we've got a shout out here from one Mr. Craig Schicker. He says, you two guys are more likely to be drinking Chardonnay than a Warrior beer. And
Charlotte.
That's another shot there from Charlotte. No, when it's given to us, Schicks, we will drink anything.
So, Schicks, if you want to bring the Chardonnay down, bring
Schicks,
it on
more
down.
Than happy to see you down here with a nice bottle of cold Chardy, mate. Or maybe a red, because Mike's sitting up there with his cheese platter wondering whether or not he should have a glass too. So make it 2 bottles when you come down, just to keep the warmth going in our body. But big shout out to Schicks there. He's watching on the live feed. As Olivia goes about her work again, steps inside, and that's going to be a pop. Goes the bubble. So big shout out to our viewers. To our viewers online at the moment, you know, what do Burnside have to do as we see Olivia put another one past from a stop play there. Olivia getting her 4th of the game and 1st of the quarter. What do Burnside have to do here? We'll put it out to our viewers to turn this game around. As it's now a, what are we now? 12-13. So it's a 12-4 game. Sorry, I just had to do some addition there. No, I've got, 12-4. 12-4, sorry. So give us a big shout out online and send us a message on what your thoughts would be right now with regards to how Burnside get back in this game. And number 1 would be, don't let Liv get the ball that close to goal.
True.
That's mine. That's all I got. I can't actually text myself. So.
And number 2 would be to score more goals on Woodville.
That's always really good advice with your opposition. and right there's coaching 101.
Yeah.
Score more goals than the opposition, you normally win.
That's right.
Just like 100% of divorces start with marriage. So back in the centre here, and we'll have a as the ball is played out of the centre here on jovial Friday Night Lights at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And a good pick up there.
Amy Butterfield.
And she's keeping going.
Yep,
There's
she's gone.
That quick start. And Amy with the pace, being chased down here by
Ellie Willsmore. Good run by Ellie Willsmore.
Amy's like, I was going to go to the cage and you want me to play defence. Okay, I'll go back there then. Good defence there from Amy Butterfield. Certainly wore one coming out, but was good enough stick skills to hold on to it and keep
Tara's
going.
going here.
That's where Tari has paced that inside. You know, see, that's where that little inside roll on the left-hand side would open that goal up immensely, wouldn't it? You come round on that.
Well, she was already passed,
yep.
And then all she had to turn back on her left.
If she rolled back on her left there, one step and there's a shot to the goalie who stepped out.
And I'm sure Stefan Guerin's watching her play, and he'll be giving her a few hints. Don't worry about that. I know Steph.
Here's Parker again. Step. Good check there. That was a really good check from Millie Wilkins. As the ball picked up though, but Liv not really happy with the fact that she got the ball checked out of her stick there. And I think given the opportunity, she's going to make that pay and get that one back. Because
that was good defense though by Millie Wilkins.
Really good.
Young player.
Like, you know, and a good check, you know, not illegal. And when they're that close to goal, you've got to get a piece of them. But
Gonna go
she's
again
going to go
here.
again, see if the history can repeat. Good defense again.
Flag.
Flag is down. And we're going to have
3 seconds.
and on the hash here. And that's not where you want the ball in the stick of someone like Olivia Parker. Already has 4, has 1 for the quarter already. And gets an opportunity here. And there's a break. No, but it doesn't matter. Because Liv has her 2nd of the quarter in this 3rd quarter.
5th for the game.
Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And
So that's 13-4.
13-4. And certainly starting to open up here. And Kath Conaghy shouting out there from the beautiful US of A. She says maybe Burnside can start in the centre for starters.
So I see they've mixed it up a bit now. They've got Sophie in the middle.
So there we go. Maybe they
you,
saw
Kath.
your live feed there, Kath, and just sending through special comments. They've listened and looked and been watching LSA TV, the coaches maybe.
She's probably sent a message to Jen anyway. I
Yeah.
reckon. Being
Jen,
one of the
change your
coaches,
centres.
one of the 3 coaches
Yep.
of the team, Kath.
And shout out here to Michelle Potter and Benny Robinson watching as well. So a big shout out to you guys.
The sniper.
And Michelle Pepper is watching as well. So we've got Michelle Potter and Michelle Pepper.
And the sniper.
And the sniper, Mr. Robinson. Look forward to seeing Benny tomorrow at the beautiful Sturt Lacrosse Club.
So there you go, Cass, coaching. Got it. Got the ball out of the centre.
And now let's see if they can
Score.
make something work here in the offense and just start to build something just like traditional verandas and carports can build you everything you've ever wanted.
Nice call there by Tam. The push.
So Tam in her first game also.
State league.
Doing a good job.
Yeah, and congratulations to her as well. First state league game.
Always very difficult in your first state league game. Just pops the ball inside. Oh, got one there. Did slow. And
Amy.
Charlotte just says, okay, I'll pick it up one-handed, and you want to chase me, I'm more than happy to that. She's got a player open in front of her. Kicks it out here to Imogen. Imogen on the bottom, and that's great ball movement from the Warriors. And they will get another one on the board through the stick of Tara Gurin. And that's her 2nd of the game and 1st of the quarter. And we are starting to blow out here.
It's a good run there by Charlotte off to Imi, and Imi just seen Tara sitting on that bottom corner all by herself. And
that's the way you should move the ball, isn't it? That extra pass sometimes. Goalie presents out.
Well,
Tara sitting on the backside here, little open one. Not much the
it's the
goalie
old
can
saying,
do.
mate, the ball moves quicker than your feet.
Yep. In my case, I think everything moves quicker than my feet.
We'll just leave that as it is.
So we are back into the centre here. And we are again back to Liv and Sophie. So Sophie winning that last one, but Liv gets that one away.
Drew it to herself, as she normally does. Uses her height to her advantage.
She's got 5 for the game already, Liv, and doing a power work through the middle.
Off to the sister.
As Sophie
Back
is...
to Ellie Willsmore. And to Jasmine Brown, to Imogen Brown.
So Sophie finding herself in the defensive end a bit this quarter as well. Obviously coming through the centre now.
Taran Gurin.
The last goal scorer for Woodville.
To Lily Tanner.
Lily kicks the ball up, gets
Back
the
to
ball
Lily.
given back to her, gives it to Tara, and it's certainly just reassessing where their players are here at the moment. As now Ellie comes
Got a
down
little
to the
bit
bottom.
of a set play happening here, I reckon.
There's a drive coming in somewhere.
From Lily Tanner here, I reckon.
And, little one left, right, and Noam's got to step out of that ball. That one's in the back of the net.
No, it was safe, mate.
Oh, I don't know. I'd like to see the replay on that one. I reckon that one's actually hit the back net and come back towards her. But that was
I reckon you've seen a smoke signal, mate.
that was a save. So that's a save there for Beck, and I'm sorry if that wasn't the case, Beck. That was an outstanding save from Beck Green there, as Kelsey hits the ground again.
Big push by
And
Lily.
she's just asking the question on why that one probably wasn't a card, because she feels like she wore a fair bit of
Olivia again.
there. So Kelsey just getting set here. Liv coming out behind her. And Wilsmore just stepping back over the into defence to allow Slow into the offence. So, and on the traditional, as a turnover happens here, and there we go.
Amy's off to the races.
Got some pace, good presentation there from Imogen. But Amy, now you get out of her way. Now you create space for that. That's where she should actually have gone through, Imogen. Created space because there was no one behind that next player. Instead, now has slowed it up and had an opportunity. So, that's going to be a
trip. Accidental.
Just a tangle of feet there from Slow. As Lily Tanner picks herself up. And in her first game, just popping it down the back here to Tara. And on the Living Choice scoreboard, we see Woodville 15, Burnside 4. And the score has blown out a little bit here. And shout out here to Lee Haskett watching. I saw young Henry come home yesterday, and a bit of a surprise for everyone. So he's back for about 7 weeks. So can't wait to catch up with Henry over the next coming weeks and say good day. Shix is watching. Dennis Hansford watching, and a couple of the Sturt boys, Jack Zuvich and Den Hansford watching. Obviously, big game against Glenelg tomorrow. So always fun when you come up against the best sides in the competition. You certainly get an opportunity to show your wares
with the space.
See, good. A flag down there. So that's going to be on the first hash. And another free shot, and the keep saying it every time I referee women's. The most unfair thing on goalies you can actually have.
Hopefully Ellie's learned to shoot low instead of going high. She loves a high shot, Ellie, so we'll see how she goes.
Right-hand side here too. Oh, there's a free space now. They're going to have another opportunity and going to have to clear out there. So there's just a little bit more space now and gets another opportunity, although that one missed the cage totally. Maybe a good chance
she'll
to
learn how to go low.
Just to get the... so Lippy's saying she's still going high.
No, if she should have learned from the last shot, she went high. So this time she needs to go low.
And she did go low, right-hand stick side. And don't ever listen to Lyndon Arscott, because the goalie baited her then again. And another big save there from Beck Green. And
I didn't say go low stick side.
Stick side. As there's a push beam here down on the Burnside end. And we'll see Jackie Manning with the ball here, lining up, and could be a 2-goal turnaround. So 30 seconds to go. Oh, that's a big shot, but Mel Ryan says, not in my house, thank you very much. And she's going to clear it here for Woodville. Burnside not on the board in this third term.
Lovely clear.
And Woodville have numbers here.
Olivia in the middle.
Back. Look over the back. There's another pass there.
Nice.
Good check.
Nicole Keesing, great check. Great defensive
and
work.
She needed to do that because over the back, Lily Tanner was all open. She was open, wide open. Bang. And Megan Smith brings it down the other end very quickly and puts one, as we were just saying, it's the kiss of death, isn't it? When I say that they haven't had a goal scored on the ball.
On the ring-a-ding-ding.
So
that was a lovely defense by Nicole Keesing, though.
So Megan Smith getting on the board for her first of the quarter and first of the game. And stop clock here, so limited time. The clock is on the field for the third quarter, which means there's less than 30 seconds to go.
15-5.
And it is a 15-5 game after being 3-3 at quarter time.
3-1 third quarter for Woodville. So they've slowed them down a little bit, scoring-wise, but they haven't scored themselves. So Olivia Parker to herself again.
And there it is. 3 seconds to go. Done. Third quarter. And we see, Woodville there with a 3-1 third quarter to extend the lead.
So it should be 14-5. I've got.
Yeah, no, I've got 14-5 too. So the score should be 14-5. And you should never let me touch this, Marty. Anyway, back, look at that. Just as quickly as that. As you see, look at us, Lippy.
Yeah, beautiful.
And there's a camera. As Michael, we should have the camera on Michael because he's gone to the red. He's got the red. The glass is chilled up and the cheese is flowing. So maybe Shix is down here somewhere. We did see him on the live stream, but Yeah, look, obviously an interesting, the second quarter was where it was blown away by Woodville with an 8-1 quarter. But respectable there, 3-1 and 3-3 in the first. You know, if you could keep the second quarter to that or just be up in it, you know, this would have been quite interesting in the last quarter. But, you know, Burnside obviously playing for a little bit of pride now, and they will have a big dip at this last quarter as we just hear from our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
And discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton.
And back live here, and thank you to our sponsors here on LSA TV in Living Choice and traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering for all your needs, and Living Choice obviously for the amazing work they do within the lacrosse community and the community in general with their buildings and retirement villages. One day, Lip, I hope to be in something like that. I don't know, people said to me, although someone did say to me the other day, they thought I was about 36.
Jeez, mate, you're doing well for 36.
I'm thinking alcohol shouldn't be consumed that early in the day. No,
They must have had their beer glasses on.
Big goggles on. I'm thinking last time I looked 36 was when I was 24.
36.
As the last minute instructions have been given here, obviously Wendy Piltz and Jen Williams there just giving Burnside a bit of a razz up.
And probably Kath Connolly would have been on there as well. I'm probably text messaging him.
So Kath Connolly, or we're just looking here, Steve Mortimer, the great Steve Mortimer.
He'd be definitely sitting home with a heater on with a red in his hand. I'm sure of that.
Steve, is that what you're doing right now? And just getting ready for the big game tomorrow between Glenelg and Sturt. That's the way you should be warming up. Hey, a little bit of red.
I'm sure Steve's got a red.
Well, blood is red, so you've got to keep it that way.
Or a beer in his hand. One of the two.
And Kath Connolly is back on. So obviously just got off the phone to say, look, this is what we should be doing as we see Marshall in the middle against Winnan. And that one has been won out the back there. Down to Belle Fisher. And Fisher with Kelsey all over her. Just sloughs off there, just pops back into the centre. Be careful here, otherwise she'll get done for... No, just stepping out there now. Got to watch that 3-second rule.
Just can't indeed.
As around the back here, as the ball movement starts to get around for the Warriors. Parker with the ball, and Lippett's just dropped about 3 degrees here in that last minute and a half.
Yeah, so those
beers are going to be really chilly in a minute. And we do, good inside.
Door.
Just missing Imogen there with the pass, but good pick up there again.
Kelson,
plenty of space, and
big push there.
And a bit of a good sportsmanship there between the two.
Oh, no, out of bounds.
But went out of bounds, and
Bishop, Fisher,
open, wide open there, but they just crashed at the crease at the moment at will, the Warriors. And on the Living Choice scoreboard, we've got a 14-5 game. As Belle Fisher just goes about her work, kicks it down there to Tara Gurin. Looks inside, and there we go. That was instant replay of the one that didn't happen before with a little bit more space, and Imogen Brown getting on the board. That's her first of the game and first of this fourth quarter. And just like we had the score before, it was 15-5. It was right for a long, long time. We're back to it at 15-5 now. And Kath just sending out, she says, no, I'm not on the phone. Jen and Wendy know exactly what they're doing. And Nathan Arscott says boring. I'm thinking maybe he's talking about his life at the moment there.
Yeah, probably. Sitting home with the dog. Yeah.
Yep, sitting home with the dog.
With the girlfriends in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. So just home with the puppy. As back to the middle we go. We see Liv up against Millie Wilkin in there now. And Millie, with the speed, she gets, and the ball will, we have a break there. So Burnside have no possession called, and she's come over the line. So that'll be a Warriors ball. So no possession was called there, and they broke the back line, which...
Bishop's gone.
Bishop looks inside, bang. Oh, that one's off the top bar as well. Good save, the goalie. And Beck Green with another one, even though it's come off the bar. 15-5. 15-5. It is on the Living Choice scoreboard. As Woodville looking to pile on a few more. And,
nice look.
And, Cody, who's sitting next to us, watching live on the stream, he's just having a go at your son there.
So would I.
Yep, he says, is that, Nathan says, Scrub being Kemba out. And Nathan says, is that Cody Watts in then the Burnside cage? He said, save Watts. So there's a bit of banter going on between the good mates there. And it's good to see. So, look, give us a shout out on LSA TV. Another big game coming up as the boys are warming up on the outer side there. We've got the Burnside Bears against North Adelaide. North Adelaide on their home deck. Friday night, under Friday Night Lives. As
Soph goes to the left
she's
again.
Done this before tonight. Oh, a little alley-oop almost over the top.
Had to come that one step further.
Yeah. And Mel dragged high, so she just pushed her over the top. So good in the cage there from Mel Ryan. And Mel's just made that just come out enough. Ball to be won on the deck here, and there's someone who will win the ball on the deck every time she gets an opportunity. Charlotte, really good ground baller.
Bad pass, turnover.
And she just on her haunches there, going, I'm sorry.
I was out of path.
That wasn't how. Oh, we got fireworks going off in the background here. Look at that.
Sure, it's fireworks.
Now there's definite fireworks going off over the back, so everything's happening here. It doesn't matter, but they know Friday Night Lives is on, and the fireworks are up and going. That's just didn't time it well enough for the end of this game.
I thought it might have been an escapee from Yatla.
So kicks it up and around. Sorry, Lip, I was reading while you were talking, doing two things at once. As we have a 3-second. Oh, no, we had an offside call there.
Oh, Belle Fisher.
No, must be a 3-second because there's definitely 3 behind. Yeah. So a 3-second call there. And just Millie Wilkins with that speed coming down, and you can see it getting cooler out here because the players are running around. You can see the steam coming off both their breath and their good backdoor cut there. Certainly cooled down here now, Lippy. Those beers are going to get, that Warrior beer is going to get very, very good very quickly.
Smitty, nice take. Under pressure, 2 or 3 sticks in her way.
And Megan kicks it up the top.
Slow
going left, right, left. Oh, inside. That's going to be a Warrior ball, I'd say. As Mel Ryan got out the cage quickly and first on. Just dropped the hands there slow and tried the old sidearm. Don't see that too often in women's lacrosse, do you? From that distance.
No, and that was interesting because I would have thought if she's driving to shoot and people are running in front of you, it should have been
a shooting violation.
Yes.
But as lacrosse karma happens, Mel Ryan ends up with the ball because first on. Because I don't think anyone was expecting that.
No.
Apart from Mel when she saw it go past her and she was on the first step. So really good job there from Mel Ryan to get the ball back for her team. And we've got another whistle here.
A block.
So it will be up the field. Amy Butterfield with the ball. And she will want to go because She's very quick on her feet, kicks it out here to Charlotte. And Charlotte just bringing it into the offense for the Warriors.
To Bishop.
She also has the motors when those legs get going. Good inside cut there from Fisher.
After Tanner. To Parker.
And looks inside again, and Imogen, another one that's just been monstered by the Burnside defense. As ball to be won,
Kate
kicked
Green
out there. Good defensive job, and here we are. We're on here. So Gnomes with the ball. She doesn't come down the offensive end too many times. She's got inside there, looks inside. Oh, that one's over the top.
Jackie Manning.
And that is also going to be a Woodville ball. There's no backup there again. It's almost a sin, Lip, to lose a ball like that. But Naomi doing a great job coming out of the defensive end.
Nice look as well.
Looked inside.
To Jackie Manning.
Jackie Manning certainly with some pace on that ball. Has put that one just over the top. And another great job there from Mel Ryan to get the first on.
Oh, nice outlet.
Outlet here finds, good interception there from Slow. Just a good stick in the lane. She's got players here. And letting it play. Sitting on the side, good double. As the fireworks go off again. As Burnside steps in, Pilt steps, that one's the slower ball, which has done everyone.
And it was on her left. So
it was on her left.
Yeah.
And sometimes those ones just work, don't they?
Yeah,
as we see Noam down the bottom again. Oh, big save from Mel Ryan. Good save. And Noam with another fantastic, nearly another assist there.
Jackie Manning went high again.
Yep. And Mel with a beautiful save up high. But just came out and shut down the space. As we've just dropped another couple of degrees here in the beautiful northern suburbs of Jepps Cross. It's probably dropped as the beer's getting cold yet, Lip. Put more on the ground, mate. Keep them going.
Not cold enough here yet.
Because I can't wait to try the Warrior Ale from Big Shed. And I did speak to K-Man, and K-Man said that it is a good drop, the Persian nightclub owner.
He's probably selling them in his nightclub.
He's probably got them going on, as long as he gets a velvet rope to keep out the unwanteds. Because every good nightclub needs one of those red velvet ropes around them. As the ball kicks down the back here, and Charlotte winning with it. So a pretty interesting fourth quarter with a one-goal quarter. But plenty of opportunities, but they've all been going high and over the net.
Good pick up by Lily Tanner.
So you've got to put that down to good goalkeeping.
Back to Tara.
So ball down the back here for the Warriors. Just gets some inside movement there. Steps inside, and Parker's been there many times.
Nice crash though by the deep.
And that was Gnomes. No, that was Nicole Keesing there with that crash. Did a great job in defence. And here we go. Beck Green just missing the outlet. And the ball to be won here.
By Bianca Parker. Great ground ball.
They've done well not to go offside there. Wasn't a great clear. And apologies for the little bit of slow internet. It has dropped a few degrees, and maybe it's just affecting the internet speed at the moment. But I'm sure when the men's game and they're about to come on, will start to heat up as well, as this game comes to a bit of a conclusion. And Liv there just again going over the top. Everyone shooting high tonight, Liv.
Yeah.
As we see Brett watching online, he's actually warming up over there in the cage, so I don't know how he's doing two things at once. And Tim,
multi-skilled,
the wonderful Mr. Tim Dixon watching as well. Big shout out to
Dicko
Dicko on our Friday Night Live feed. Hope you're doing well, mate. Maybe
I'm sure he's having a glass of red. Yes.
Having a glass of red there, Dick, are we? And looks inside there, and Winnan just goes bang and doubles the amount of score for this quarter. That is the second for the Warriors.
And her fifth for the game
and
as well.
5 for the game. She says, anything, Olivia, you can do, I can do just as well on the Living Choice replay. And we see here, just on the bottom corner, just again, defender just sloughed off, and only needs a foot of space, and she'll get that done. And Daniel Elston says, got to say, it's not a bad drop, that ale, the old Warrior ale. And Big Shed. And again, shout out to our sponsors here, Living Choice and Traditional Carports and Verandas. We can't bring these things to you without good sponsorship. And if you'd like to get and become a sponsor of LSA TV, we will gladly look after you, and we'll give you as many shout-outs as we possibly can throughout this and help your business. So if you might have kicked the ball there.
Nice work, Kels.
But Kels gets away with that one and runs down the outer side here. Kelsey Pilts against Amy Butterfield, and there turns into Olivia Parker. So good defence there from the Warriors. But yeah, always looking for sponsorship on LSA TV so we can bring more games and better viewing to you from live lacrosse in South Australia. If you'd like to get in touch with anyone and get on board as a sponsor for LSA TV,
nice.
There's a little tap there, and that's going to be a goalie ball. Get on to LSA TV on Facebook or LSA in general, and send us a message, and we'd love to hear from you. And any sponsorship would be welcome to keep these games coming to you live and free on the YouTube channel of Lacrosse SA TV and also the Facebook. So we've got about 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. And a little pump fake, and pump faked herself there, Belle Fisher.
But I think it was
might have got a stick.
Seconds anyway, right?
And Lukey Oswald's watching. Lukey, we were just talking about that great Big Shed Warrior Ale that we have sitting on the grass here. We kindly donated the 6-pack, and it's just sitting on the grass here, just getting cold.
Belle Fisher lets another one rip.
As bang, Belle Fisher goes and puts one in the back of the net.
For a hat trick.
1, 2, and 3. As we see here on the Living Choice
free shot
replay. Whooshka, have some of that. And the Burnside girls just going, oh, enough. And we're out to a 16-5 lead here. No, 17-5. The score is now. Sorry, 17-5. 2
minute
minutes.
warning. 2 minute warning.
The 2 minute bell just rang here in our ears. As we see Steve Fisher watching it also.
Oh, he would have loved that shot by his sister then, Belle.
So middle to be one out of the middle. As the ball comes down the back, and Lukey Oswald, just hearing, is going to do a bit of a history project of a few round the clubs and get a bit of history on all clubs. So that'll be an interesting thing in about a month's time. We'll be able to bring you that.
Luke Oswald does some great things around lacrosse, you know, helping out unis, helping out everything, and it's just another project Luke's doing. Great work, Luke Oswald. Club person of the week as well, that's right, he was too.
Joshy Tape. Tapey, I just did shake hands with Tapey before. And congratulated him on, and without these people in the midst of clubs, you know, oh, bang, down low, and there she is, Lily Tanner, with her first of the game. And puts that one down low. You can see here on the Living Choice replay, just bang, pops that low, good shot.
Sidearm as well.
And Charlotte was pretty happy with that one as well.
Might be able to teach Charlotte a few lessons of shooting low instead of getting psyched out by the goalie.
Side. Kath Connolly said, how many have been free shot goals? I'm going to say about 60%.
Yeah.
About 60%, Kath. I haven't been keeping a tally of the free shot goals, but yeah, there certainly has been. But you know what? To the goalies' credit, there've been a few saves in those free shot goals too.
There has, yeah.
As we see Olivia Parker come down, and the great Trish Adams also watching live on LSA TV.
Nice
Shout out to you, Trish.
Beck Green.
And Trish, beautiful weather out here tonight on the at Lacrosse SA TV at North Adelaide. It's just dropped another couple of degrees, and anymore we won't need to bring the esky out for these beers. They'll the Warrior Ale will be cold in no time.
It'll be ice.
And what we need is the traditional verandas and carport building here with a little bit of a wood fire, maybe a pizza oven, and then we could have our pizza and red lip.
Yeah.
Or pizza and beer with our Warrior Ale there.
Nice cut there by.
And I'm sure traditional verandas, carports, and would be able to build exactly that for you if that's what you desired.
And I'm sure Raylene and Sudsy would be sitting down tonight with a red watching this as well.
Oh, as we see another one go past there. And Ellie Bishop getting on the board. Just this really starting to blow out now. That's 5 this quarter for the Warriors. And Burnside yet to get on the board in this 4th quarter. So we've got 19-5 the game.
Yep.
And it has blown out just a little bit, but the following game here between the Burnside Bears Men's State League and North Adelaide, you know, Burnside absolutely travelling really well at the moment in the Men's State League, and you know, the unit is starting to really gel. Obviously, getting the first win over the season against Glenelg on Anzac Day, and they haven't stopped since.
No,
they've been really good. They were good against East Torrens last week as well.
Last week, yep, and they, one of their imports arrive tomorrow, I hear.
So they're only going to get stronger.
Yeah.
That's good for the rest of the competition.
Because I think they've got another 2 coming after that.
Yeah, I did hear that they had 2 or 3 coming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if they weren't strong enough already, they're certainly going to be a powerhouse this year. Burnside, after obviously making grand final last year and 2 years before that. So,
yep. And I think it's good that you know, clubs are starting to stand up a little bit more, and it's good. Well, East Torrens get 3 Yanks in a few weeks too, so that's going to make them a little bit stronger.
Yep,
and
well,
Sturda getting a couple as well, so the competition after the break, I think, is going to be pretty good.
And look, it's been some pretty good competition as Olivia Parker just edges in front of something here. There's a free shot goal there to Olivia Parker, and she's just said, no, Charlotte, you're not going to score more than I am tonight. So, and that brings up
the big 2-0.
The big 2-0. So Living Choice player of the game for this evening for the women. Oh, in the centre, like there's been a fair bit of work done by both Charlotte and Olivia. Mel's been really good in the cage for the limited opportunities that have come her way. Only conceding 5, had a shutout last. Olivia obviously with 6 goals has been really good. I think that, you know, even in the defence here, while it hasn't come down, Amy Butterfield's been really good.
Another one. Oh.
As the whistle goes there, as the shot's had just on the death knell, and Beck Green saves that one anyway. So Living Choice player of the game, Lippy.
We'll go with Olivia Parker.
Olivia Parker, we are in cahoots there. So we see here at the end of the game between Woodville and Burnside, it is Woodville 20, Burnside 5. Stay tuned for our next live feed through from the Men's State League between Burnside and North Adelaide. Until then, it's been great on behalf of Linton Arscott and myself, Tony Watts, and obviously Marty Baker, and thank you to Mike up there on the camera, Hood. We are going to just get ready for the big men's game. So until then, we'll see you when we're speaking to you.
Good night.